Wow. Commanding the official 4294, mounting lifetime, mounting Squirtle Squad, good mounting Z Graves. How are you today? How are you doing? Mounting Success. Is that like the Hunger Games? The Mooning Games? Who will survive? Who will be the weakest of the bunch? I don't know. I have no idea. Commanding Kanan and Mamo and Commanding Father CJC. Commanding Lexi, thank you for calling me Maple. Commanding Freddy the Yeti. Commanding Sheeple. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Commanding AK159F. Ah, wow! Commanding LDTGX. You've abandoned me. Which VTuber is taking up your time? Where the heck have you been? Where have you been? Commanding Say Don't. Commanding Mori JJ. Good night and good morning to you. There's a lot of marshmallows for me to cover today, so I gotta try to move fast. I think I'm lagging. Let's see if I can try to make sure this laptop doesn't overheat. Commanding Agigoka. Commanding Oni-chan. Commanding Papalapo. I like saying that name. What up? Sorry to my Odyssey and YouTube crowd for two reasons. Reason number one, I have not been uploading VODs, so that's really awkward. But reason number two, I was not streaming today, and I will talk about why shortly. There's a big ass snake under my house. It's time to sell your house. When you say big, how big? Did you call animal control? Father CJC, I think this is an emergency. No kick. What about kick? Wait, what about kick? They don't. Usually I'm saying during the day I stream on YouTube, but today I didn't because I had a really, really, really bad nightmare and I couldn't fall back asleep. So I ended up like reading and stuff, and then time went by and then I slept all day basically. You crashed out a month ago, dared us not to watch for a month and see if we forget about you. I took you up on it. Shit. Shit. Welcome back. You're real for that. Commanding odd user. She was bluffing. No, I wasn't. I was serious. I recommend quitting watching as often as necessary. Commanding Ellis Zart. 6 foot long, it's fat. Never seen a brown snake that big and fast before. It's 6 feet long and it's fast? Are snakes like part of the natural habitat where you live? This is an emergency. You don't have time to be watching this stream. You should be on the phone right now with like your local police and animal control. That sounds terrifying. 6 foot long? Can't a 6 foot long snake eat a human? Can't they eat a human? And you said it's fat too? Is it like one of those like in the movies? Hmm. I was getting in an argument with someone who was a mod for a YouTuber I like. I was getting threatened, and I asked if he was autistic. They said, yeah. No point in arguing with you. That's a nightmare? That doesn't sound like a nightmare. Commanding Tarsal. That sounds like every day. I tried quitting. You get the shakes after 2 days. Don't remember my dreams or nightmares. They don't exist. I wonder why that is. In this case, I would prefer not to remember. It was a really, really, really bad dream. Commanding Drac Mass Love Good. Yep, time to, forfeit the house Give it to the snake. I think the snake. Because here's the other thing: if it's one really big fat snake, how do you know it's only one? What if it's a whole? Not to scare you, by the way. What if it's a whole family of them living under your house, slithering around, and then it's like when you hear a noise, you hear a strange noise in the middle of the night, and you worry like, is there a homeless person living in my attic? Or is it just like some squirrel or the wind blowing? And instead, it's like these giant snakes, these man swallowing snakes. They're very common. You chase it around with a shovel, give it a very gentle love tap. It's fast as heck. This is how I know I'm not built for the dystopia. Chasing a snake around with a shovel is not an activity I ever wish to take part in. Good morning, laser.tv. How are you? 6 1-foot snakes dressed up as one long big snake in a trench coat. Buy owls, they'll get rid of the snakes. I don't know if you can get owls large enough size to eat that kind of snake. Doubt he lives in the Amazon. I don't know. I watched too much TV. I feel like I saw really, really big snakes on TV or something. Or maybe on YouTube. I don't know. Anyway, use tongs for snakes. Works okay. Remember my mom chopping off a snake's head when I was young? That's hardcore. Your mom is really cool. I was considered going under the house to get it, decided against it. I'm glad you made that decision. Saw them decapitated on the way home. Saw a quote meant to share with y'all. No amount of guilt can change the past. No amount of anxiety can change the future. Thank you, Mr. Good Cat Gaming. That's a good quote. And it's true. Good morning, Pizzetta Pepperonchan. Pizzetta Pepperonchan. Pizzette. Pizzette Tape. Pere. Onchan. Perion. I don't know how to say your name. I tried. Magical Princess of Naples. Anyway. So many new Twitch Moonies. Get out! Stop watching the stream. Get out of here. Good morning, dog tuna. Anyway. My ex became vegan after eating a beating heart of a snake in Vietnam. Okay. Okay. this is not where I thought the stream was going. Anyway, I won't talk anymore. Let's just get started. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to all the kitty cats in the world. Thank you for watching Love Talk with Mrs. Moonson. This is a daily talk show where a kitten who's smitten chats about love, life, anime, and League of Legends. Because I don't know, I like it a lot. That game is so good. The game is really wonderful, isn't it? No League? Why not? Okay, the more I learn, the less I understand League, but I'm not going to talk about it that much. wait. I haven't played. I am, however, looking for support, like really good support players who I can watch. Why does my Oshi have to like League? I'm sorry. League killed my wife and bleeped my dog. Good morning, Kimio. Anyway, I'm not grinding. I haven't played. I tried Dota 2 once and I couldn't understand. It was the UI and stuff was kind of glitchy for me, so I just gave it up. Anyway. I'm just putting it out there into the ether. I'm on a quest to find a good support streamer slash content creator who can teach me how to get better. I feel like I'm getting worse and worse and worse and worse as the time goes on, as the days go on. Today, I didn't stream because it was loud, but instead I watched the finale of Singles Inferno Season 5. I have a lot of opinions, but I also will refrain from talking about them because nobody cares. Instead, I want to talk about. I know you guys were interested in anime, but just just roll with it for a while. I'm gonna talk about a different Korean dating show that pushes the boundaries in ways that make me sort of uncomfortable. Here we have the second season of a dating show called When Our Kids Fall in Love or something like that. Is that what it's called? Wait, I might be butchering the name, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. When Our Kids Fall in Love, and they take a group of celebrities, like older celebrities. Yes, it's dating show slop, but I have to share it with you because if I don't, you know, it's not MILF Manor at all. And like so it's like I think it's like four parents of girls and of young women and four parents of young men, but they're like really young. They're like college age. Like I don't even think these participants are legal to drink. So I feel really confused about like their first romance experience being commodified for the sake of like voyeurism and capitalism. It's very, very weird. It's so weird. Never heard of Menherium Tarsal. Um, support kills the enemy. Ah, I see. I see. But anyway, I just started watching this today. It makes me really uncomfortable because the first guy on there, he's like a sophomore in college, but he has like such a baby face. I just feel like it just feels illegal and wrong. And then the other thing is like the parents to me kind of seem voyeuristic. This is the second show I watched that was kind of like this though, where the parents were involved, but the parents are like watching and commentating as their adult children date. It's weird, one, because they're young, and two, because their parents are kind of babysitting over it. It just feels really, really, really strange. It feels like I shouldn't be watching it. It feels like the parents shouldn't be watching it. But I'm kind of invested, so. Oh, kids getting cucked by their parents. The parents are not in the house. The parents are just like observing from like on screen or whatever. But it's a lot. Sophomore in college is 21, isn't it? Huh? Is it not? It depends. That's a good point, say so. I don't think 21 years old is a sophomore in college in my opinion. Um isn't that like 20, 19 or 20? But maybe you're right. You could be right. You could be right. I started school early, so maybe my thought process is slightly off. My son is a womanizer. Yeah, that was the other funny part. The first guy with the baby face, the very first thing he did when he got in the house was like he got nervous like while waiting. So he went to the bathroom and took a dump, and it took so long. He was in the bathroom for ages. He was in the bathroom for so long. And then the first female contestant came into the house. Hey, I'm not the one that was in the litter box. It was him. It wasn't me. It was him. Anyway, she came in and she's like sitting on the couch, like looking around. She thinks she's alone. And then, yeah, that guy comes out of the bathroom and she's just like, hello. Anyway, I haven't watched the whole episode yet. I just wanted to share because I feel like this is kind of like weird and disappointing. Okay. The question of the day. Does the personal computer still exist? Do you think the personal computer still exists? The reason I'm thinking about this question is because on the one hand, I'm pretty sure it was Mudahar, maybe. I think either some ordinary gamer or someone else that I watch on TechTube was talking about how Microsoft specifically is trying to take away personal computers. They do not want, so someone in chat already said not with Windows. Um the second reason I'm thinking about this is there's a process known as Media Analysis D on Mac devices. And it's always triggered me. I remember looking it up a while ago, but I don't know. There's just so many things. There's so many things, so many processes that run in the background. So I guess I didn't appreciate just how bad the telemetry, the scanning has gotten on like on modern proprietary OSs, right? They renamed your computer to this computer in the Windows 8 era. Still exists, will continue to exist, but they won't be the default anymore. I want to go even further. Do so do they exist and will continue to exist no matter what? Or do you think that once you start interacting with the internet, or software that touches the internet, is your device yours anymore? Do you know what's going on in there under the hood? I'm sure some of you do, but I realize I really, 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 really don't. There's so many things going on. Blue 45, the stream doesn't run earlier. I wanted to start the stream early so that we would have less people in chat. Apple's client-side scanning service. I hate it. So the reason why I'm complaining about this, not worth looking into, you'll go crazy. I'm already crazy, so I can still look into it. It's because I remember there used to be a time where I could search for things on my computer and it would only come up with like titles, right? It would only search titles. But for the longest time, I've noticed, I don't know how long it's definitely been years. Mac doesn't really do this. So I was looking for a particular PNG earlier today for this stream, and it just gives me a list of all these random ass files that have the word quit within the file. And I'm like, I don't remember giving my computer permission to scan the content of every single piece of media that I own, and it creeps me out, right? It really creeps me out. There is an option on there you can toggle so that it searches titles only, but I feel really deeply disturbed that all of this scanning, and then with AI, all of this scanning and analysis is happening on everything you do on your computer, probably to a degree that I'm unaware of. No one knows what's going on except the people at Google. For Android. Like sharing stuff? I don't know what I mean. Personal computer never going away, I'm certain of it. But so Z Graves or whoever wants to answer, like, when is a computer actually yours? Is it still yours if someone else somewhere is watching everything you do? And I know they may say that it's client side, the scanning is client side, but if I didn't agree to it, right? So maybe I technically agreed to it by using their OS and the terms of service. But I'm saying, like, I didn't make a decision about it. They're just doing this stuff on their own volition. Yeah. It will become illegal to own a device without government approved spyware within 10 years. I sincerely hope not, but yeah. It's yours when it's no longer receiving security updates. My stuff was hacked last year, trying to be extra cautious. Still feel pretty unsafe. What can you do? Hi, Xenomorphica. How are you? When you buy it, it's yours. If I say I want to play a thing, uh-oh, uh-oh, they just pop up things to make me buy the thing. What thing? Yeah. You can always use your own crappy OS. Yeah, I did read something about, no, I lie. I'm lying to you. I was watching a mental outlaw video. That's who it was. And he talked about how with Gen 2 and some types of like, some certain Linux distros, you can really still kind of sort of own your computer by being very granular about what you decide to run on it. But I don't know. I don't know. I think there's so many things. It doesn't matter if you did or didn't agree. It's your responsibility to guarantee stuff works how you want. Anything less, I consider a personal moral failure. Live type, I think you were so ridiculous and so extreme. I think that if you genuinely expect actually, I don't know off the top of my head, but it's got to be billions of people uh that own computers, right? Whether we're talking about PCs, laptops, tablets, phones, billions of people. And then within those systems, there's within one computer, there's so many different softwares, there's so many different layers of things. And, you know, if you really expect that, it's every individual's responsibility to guarantee that how they know how everything works and that it works how they want. It's a personal failure and a skill issue. I think you are disingenuous. I would say that it's definitely it's not, because to me a skill issue implies that it's a skill that you should have by default, but you are deficient in, or you're lacking when you should have it. But I think that's setting the bar way too high. It's absolutely a skill if you have the knowledge and ability to know everything on your system, what it's doing, how it works, all the dependencies as well. Because there's a lot of times you might understand the software at like a high level, but do you know every little single dependency that it's running on? I don't know. Maybe you do. Probably not, though. Probably not. Anyway, I definitely can't keep up with chat, so I will just stop here. I don't put anything too private on any of my computers. That's good. I don't know anymore. I just feel like, first of all, it makes search effectively useless, right? Because I know what I'm searching for. I'm searching for a particular, it's the same thing with search engines and AI search to some degree, YouTube algorithms or whatever, where they try to feed you what they think that you want instead of what you actually are looking for. I just think that, to me personally, it doesn't make any sense at all for, if I were to search the word the, for my computer to scan every document, every piece of software, every source file, everything on my computer, and look for that string of letters, and then return all of those in a list. That is literally useless, right? And this is, yeah, you could call it a skill issue, but I think it's also, I think it's a design issue. I think it's weird and creepy and a design issue. And although they say that, oh, it's client side scanning to be useful to you. It's for, it's for your benefit, to make things good for you. I think it should be made explicitly clear, and it should be something that you consent to very explicitly, like, do you want to give us permission to analyze all of your photos, all of your books, all of your documents, and return them to you in the search when you look something up? And we're not just talking about the title or the the metadata, but the actual contents. I think that's too far. I was gonna continue streaming. I'll just read one last message and I'll go. If you don't like it, don't use it. Nothing is stopping you from using software from 30 years ago. Spoiler, it sucked. I don't feel like streaming anymore.